Hi again, General Math students. So we're going to continue this example of depreciation by comparing the straight line method with the reducing balance method and deciding which one would be best for this company's taxation purposes. Okay, so we're going to start by doing a graph of each method and then using the calculator to find the point of intersection and then making a comment on which method is best for this company. So the straight line method, I'll do it with the blue line here, and the value of this equipment starts at $3,000. So on this graph or this grid up here, I'll go and plot a point there, $3,000. Okay. Now, after 1 year, it's worth $2,550. So that is right there. And then we're going to continue going down and plotting these points on the grid. And we should get them to be in a straight line. Because this is a straight line method, we get a straight line. It's a linear equation, so that's the basis of it. Okay, so 1,200. And then finally 750 at the end there. Right there. Okay. And I'll do actually that last one, 300 after 6 years. Don't forget that one. Right there. Okay, so we started with this 3,000 here, but then I suppose we were sort of lining it up by plotting these points here. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, so we get a straight line there. We'll get the ruler out and rule a line through these. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Continue that on. And there's our straight line method. Very nice. Okay, so now let's put the reducing balance method onto the graph as well. So it starts at the same value, which is $3,000. And then it goes down to 2,250 after the first year. So 2,250 right there. So you see it dips below the straight line method for that year. Dips really quickly at first, but then it'll pick up later. Okay, 1,687.50. 1,600, and that's about there. We'll say, or maybe not quite there. Just zoom in a little bit. 1,000, so it's pretty close to 1,700, about there. It's hard to be highly accurate on graphs of this nature. Okay, 1,265. 265, where are we? About there. Next one is 949, about 950-ish. So we're probably about here. And 711, pretty close to 712. So see that the reducing balance method is pretty close to being the same now. So after 5 years under the straight line method, we had 1,200. So still just a tiny bit below, but it's about to go back above it because the last one is $534-ish, close to anyway. So 534 is about, say, roughly there. Okay, so you can see that the reducing balance method dips down below and then curves back up. Okay, joining those with the curve as best I can. A little tricky. Okay, so we should get quite a nice smooth curve. I might even have another go at that one. Go from this direction this time. Go a bit slower. Okay, that'll do. And we see that there's a point of intersection around about the 5 to 6 year mark somewhere. So we're going to use the calculator to find that exactly. Okay, so let's go to that part here. Okay, find the point of intersection of the two graphs and interpret this in words. So if we get the calculator going, and I'll just show you where to go, we need to go to this graphing, this blue button here to do a graph. So we'll click on that one. And we get this graph here. I'll just go back to this screen. Okay, and here we're going to type in the equations for our graphs and get a graph of this and have a look at it. Right, so the first equation was for the straight line method, and it was negative 450x plus 3000. So rather than a v, we've already got the function built in here. We don't need to put a v equals. Rather than n, we'll use an x. Okay, and I'll just push enter. The graph doesn't look very good at the moment. We'll adjust the window shortly, but first let's put the reducing balance method on here as well. So I'm going to go menu and graph entry edit, and I'll go function. So that was menu 3 and then 1. Okay, you can see it brings up a new function, and I'll put the reducing balance here. So that was 3000 bracket 1 minus 0.25 to the power of x. So once again, replacing that n with an x there. Okay, if we push enter, it graphs that one. We really can't see much at the moment, but if we go to menu and then window zoom, so menu 4, and then we'll go 1, window settings. So tap on this one, and here we can set our x and y axes. So we're just going to do them so that they're like our graph that we did on paper. So the x-axis is the years. That goes from 0 up to 7. So let's put that here, x min from 0 to the maximum 7. And if we look at the money, or the value on the y-axis here, that goes from 0 to 3,000 and a bit, like 3,200, something like that. So we'll match that as well. So the y min will start at 0 and we'll go up to 3,200. If we say OK to that, now this graph looks very much like what we graphed on paper. We can see everything. So to find the point of intersection, we go menu, analyze graph, intersection. So that's menu 6, 4. Okay, now the calculator wants some bounds. Okay, so you're just going to need to use the symbol or the little joystick in the middle of the calculator there. Just, it doesn't matter where you put the bounds so long as they cover the point of intersection that we're looking for. Now just take a note, there's another point of intersection at the beginning up here where both the equipment was worth $3,000 under both methods, right? But we're interested in this one. So I'm going to click lower bound on the left side of this point of intersection, and then we drag across to the right and see I've covered the point of intersection. It's already telling me what it is. I'll set the upper bound, and the point of intersection is 5.15 years, and under both methods it's worth $681. Let's take that point of intersection, 5.15, 681. So we've just passed the 5 on the graph there, so it matches up pretty well. Okay, so our point of intersection is 5.15, 681. This means that under both methods, the equipment is worth $681. Okay, very nice. So last question here. Which of the two methods would be best for tax purposes if the owner's intention was to replace the equipment after 3 years? So if we look at our graph, we need to decide which one has the most depreciation. We actually want the most depreciation because more depreciation leads to a bigger tax claim. So if it's for tax purposes, we would definitely choose the straight line method because, I beg your pardon, no, sorry. We would definitely choose the reducing balance method, sorry, because there's more depreciation. Okay, so that would lead to a bigger tax claim. So if it's for taxation purposes, we want the biggest depreciation, so most depreciation. All right, so the best method for tax purposes is reducing balance, because a greater level of depreciation gives a greater tax return. Okay guys, so thanks for watching the video. I'll just make that writing a bit neater so you can read it. Go ahead and check the description for the video and try some of these depreciation questions.